The old cliche certainly works today. What a difference a day makes. Had warm, humid storms yesterday. Then we started out the day chilly and sunny. Now notice some clouds have started to work their way back in. This was expected as we're actually going to get a second surge of even colder air on the way for tomorrow. Temperatures today we're able to get into the low 70s, but right now cloudy, chilly and breezy. Temperatures only 67 with winds out of the west-northwest at 18 miles an hour. Today's high did get up to 73 degrees, but that is well below the average high of 77. And tomorrow it looks like high temperatures will stay in the 60s for a couple of reasons. One, we're getting a second surge of colder air, and two, notice the cloud cover moving in. That's probably going to be with us through much of the day tomorrow. So not as much sunshine, and actually within some of those clouds we might have a few little stray showers making their way onto the north shore if these are even reaching the ground. Sometimes it can kind of fall through the air but then evaporates before it actually reaches the surface. So maybe a few little stray showers there. Temperatures are in the 60s outside right now. We were hoping for fall weather to return, and it definitely came back along with strong winds. Wind advisory is still in effect until 7, but even as that subsides tonight, winds are still going to be breezy overnight and into tomorrow. Coming up, we're going to have a few chilly mornings with temperatures dropping into the 40s and 50s, and high temperatures even going into next week looks to stay below or near average highs. Another cold front is on the way by next Thursday, so it looks like this will be more of a prolonged fall feel. Here's what's going on. Big upper trough. This is the culprit for our severe weather yesterday, but also helping to bring in some very chilly temperatures down across now the eastern half of the nation and all the way down to the Gulf South. This is going to be in place through the weekend, so great news if you're hoping for at least a little bit of a fall feel for the Halloween weekend. That's great news. As we get into next week, we will see what's called a zonal flow, meaning in the upper atmosphere, winds are west to east. Doesn't necessarily mean a warm up, but it kind of cuts off the coldest of the air for a few days, because by the middle to end of next week, here comes another upper trough that will likely send in another front by the end of next week. So our high temperature forecast, we'll kind of see those highs slowly getting back to near average, and then another drop as we get toward Thursday and Friday of next week, and next weekend looking chilly. As a matter of fact, our temperature outlook going into the next 6 to 10 days, so as we continue through the start of November, we look to stay below normal. Overnight tonight, temperatures getting chilly. We'll be dropping into the 50s, maybe some low 60s, but I don't think we're going to see any 40s overnight tonight. Thought maybe we'd see some farther north, but it looks like the clouds will stick with us through the overnight period, likely preventing that from happening. High temperatures tomorrow. Notice this model keeps us only in the upper 50s to lower 60s, so tomorrow could be a downright chilly day. Later tomorrow night and on into Saturday, clouds clear out. Saturday morning will be colder in the 40s and 50s, and a beautiful day on Saturday, although highs may struggle to even get back up to near 70 degrees. Checking out the tropics, we are still very much in hurricane season. Well, not very much in, but still in hurricane season. One area showing maybe some low potential of development that would stay away from land. As I had mentioned, we are done with the tropics, but that was not the case 1 year ago today. That is when Hurricane Zeta made landfall in Cocodrie as a Category 3 storm at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Remember, that storm passed directly. We had the eye pass right over the city of New Orleans. Looking back at history, for November, there's only been one storm since 1850 within 100 miles of New Orleans, and interestingly enough, that was Hurricane Ida back in 2009. So in history, since 1850, we've never had a storm cross the coast of Louisiana in the month of November. 67 our high tomorrow, and that may be too warm. We're back into the 70s, but beautiful this weekend, mid to upper 70s into next week, and then another cool down by next Thursday.
Thank you. We are following